They're putting us back on pretty much the same restrictions as stage two. Why am I pissed? Because they're closing gyms.
Oh,
This is as of Wednesday. It's just one of the things that they're doing. Places are
this
going back to 50% or they're closing. Is pretty much what's happening.
so this Wednesday.
January 5th, right? January 5th
That's this Wednesday.
is
That's this
yeah,
Wednesday,
yeah, January 5th. And they're saying that this bullshit is about to be effective for another 21 days.
which will probably mean that it's going to be extended past that.
What yo, listen, man. I don't know, man. At this point, I don't even understand the purpose of the lockdown. I get what they're trying to achieve. I understand what they're trying to do, but we've been down this road already, man. And you went out here and you told everybody, go and get your vaccinations to prevent this from happening. Everybody went out and they got it in droves. You opened these mass places, these mass vaccination centers, told people that it was mandatory. People lost their jobs and all this type of shit. And here we are right back in stage two. And Doug Ford has the nerve to fucking say, I understand that people are going to be angered, but this is what we got to do because of the Omicron variant. Nick, mother cock, you don't understand shit. You don't understand nothing, man. You cannot possibly understand the anger of now both sides are fighting for the same team. Because if you're vaccinated and you're one of those people, like I spoke before, who got it because they felt like they needed to get it, like it was mandatory for them, they felt like that. You're angered about this. Even if you're not one of those people, you're angered about this because you got the vaccination hoping that we wouldn't go back to stage two. If you're unvaccinated now, you're equally as angered because here we are with them talking about, oh, if this percentage of the population gets vaccinated, then we're all going to be covered. It's herd immunity, da 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 da. Soon we're going back to normal. And then all of a sudden, here we are a few months later back in stage two. And here I am again, gonna have to sit on my couch all day with nothing to do. I'm a restless soul, man. I can't be sitting at my house doing nothing all day.
My question to you is, what would you do
What do you mean? What would I do?
if you were Doug Ford?
Listen, if I'm Doug Ford, I understand what position he puts himself in and what position he's in right now. But if he's gonna speak for the people and be of the people, he should really be of the people. And he understands the majority of the people are not for this. We've already seen we've been down this road already. I
I
don't
don't.
understand how nobody has told him what the definition of insanity is.
I don't know if you've just answered. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah.
So maybe you did answer indirectly. I don't know, but if you can answer directly, so if you were Doug Ford, what would you do? So right
I
now, not from the beginning, but I mean in his shoes right now, what would you do?
I'm sticking to my guns. I'm
Which
sticking to
is
my guns. His
which
his personal opinion is that the lockdown is unnecessary. His personal opinion about this whole situation has been obvious from the very beginning. He's disagreed when Trudeau said that we should have the vaccine passports. He's disagreed when he said that we should stay on lockdown when people kept wanting to extend it. He's made that very clear of himself. And if that is how you honestly feel, stop saying all the time that this is on the request of the medical officials. Of if listen, you're the boss, you're the guy in charge, you call the shots. If, like I said, if you want to be of the people and speak for the people, then be that.
yeah,
That was
but
my answer.
he is the boss and he does call the shots, but just because you're the boss doesn't mean you don't delegate, right? Like your place of employment, you're in management, but at the same time you still have somebody above you, and that person does call the shots, but they delegate, and they delegate to you for a very specific reason. You could have a certain, line of expertise, and that's why they put you in that position. Doug Ford is the boss. He does call the shots, but I would laugh if I seen Doug Ford even in just a grade 9 science class. I'm pretty sure he would have no idea what he's doing. So there's people that he delegates these responsibilities to, and he has to take their. I mean, he doesn't have to, but I mean, I think you'd be stupid not to take their advice. It's like going to court. If you're if you're a lawyer, somebody you're paying to advise you legally and defend you, if they're giving you advice and you don't take it, well, then it's like, why did you hire them for?
Right.
So
But if I let's say I have a friend, right? And I go to them for advice, right? And the advice they give me, it doesn't work out. We go through it, it doesn't work out, right?
right.
I go back to them the next time, I say it's a one-off. It's a one-off. I go to them again, I say, listen, I need advice about this situation right here. And they give me advice, and the advice is wrong. So now they've given me bad advice, and then the second time they've given me wrong advice, right?
Yeah.
Do I go back to that person a third time for advice on something,
No,
or do I look to my other
you
friends?
probably want to check other sources. But I mean,
Okay,
you also have to keep in mind the advice that he's being given. Like this advice really isn't scientifical, or is that scientifical? That's a word. It's really not like
scientifical is not a word, no.
it's a word today. It's not real medical advice. It's just like this is the advice he's being given. Okay, you have the flu, my guy. You have a achoo flu. It don't come to my house. I'd love to have you. We're having a party. I haven't seen you in a while, but don't come to my house because you have the flu. You're probably going to get some people sick. This is just common sense. Essentially, he's being advised if you limit the crowds, you will limit the spread. This is not, you don't need a medical degree to figure this out. This is just common sense shit. That's all
Right.
it is.
Have
Now,
we been in lockdown already?
of course we have.
And look at the situation that we're in now.
The situation that we're in now, I
Is
just
that
gave
because we were out of lockdown? That is that what caused Omicron to create itself? Because we're
so
outside of lockdown?
so I just gave you an example with the flu, right?
Right.
So the flu is the flu. Another contagious disease is another contagious disease, and that one disease may vary or virus may vary from the other, meaning one is more contagious than the other, one is more deadlier than the other. Omicron is just more contagious. That's all it
Right.
is.
Right.
I don't know what else to
Uh,
say.
so this is what I'm saying, because we've done the lockdown and we are where we are. So now we're in lockdown again. What happens when the next Omicron or whatever the next variant is that comes out that's deadly again? Do we go back into lockdown again?
No.
Is that is that the solution, or
No. Here's the solution. So God forbid another variant comes out that's even more contagious, and let's just throw the full weight behind it, and even deadlier, right? So it's just worse. Here's exactly what we should do. Let's open everything up. Everybody have a blast. No masks. Have fun. That's what we should do. Is that what you wanted me to say? Because that sounds stupid, right?
of course when you say it like that, it's going to sound
How
stupid, but you
else
know
can
what?
anyone
But you
hear
know
it?
what? But you
How
know
else can
what?
anyone hear it?
But you know what? But you know what? Yes. But
Okay.
you know what? Yes. Yes. You want my opinion on that? Yes.
All right.
Keep keep everything open, because if people
All
are going to
right.
catch it, people are going to catch it, man. If people are going to catch it, people are going to catch it. I don't know if this is some kind of cleansing, some kind of cleansing by some spiritual bodies or something like that. This is the modern day Noah's Ark. Maybe it's something like that that's going on right now. But at this point, the lockdown and keeping everybody in the place is not going to solve anything, because once you open things back up, or even if you keep things locked back down, there is going to be another variant that comes out. And once that variant comes out, God forbid, like you said, that it's more deadly and more contagious. But if it does, this is not the solution, but this is exactly what they're going to do. No, keep everything open, man.
Yeah, I got
People
it.
are going to catch it, are going to catch it. If
Got
you're
it.
going to pass, you're going to pass. Noah's
Got it.
Ark.
Got it. Makes sense. So I am having a party. You got the flu. Come on over. Let's get down with the sickness. What's this? Anyways, viewing public. What are your thoughts
The
on
flu
this,
is
man?
the flu is okay. Whatever, man. That's
What
a
are your
horrible
thoughts on
example.
what are your thoughts on this?
Horrible.
Look, man, at the end of the day, of course, I feel bad for anyone who is being impacted by this financially, medically, in any way, shape, or form. It sucks. It really does. It really does suck. But I mean, I posed to you the same question that I asked him. My guy, what would you do? Right? And that's it. Keeping in mind that you're responsible for over just about 15 million people, right? Keep that in mind. It's not just you and your household or friend. 15 million people. Not everybody feels like you, and you have to account for them all, right? My man said just open it all up. Let's get down with the
Well,
sickness.
you know what? Side note: you and a lot of people that I know have been getting sick a lot more often since they've gotten the jab. So maybe that's part of the side effects of the Omicron as well.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go upstairs and grab a sandwich because clearly you have your tinfoil hat on, and I could use
All
some of
I'm
that
saying is you've been
tinfoil.
getting sick a lot more often than
I
I
could,
know other people who
I
have been
could,
getting sick a lot more often.
I
And
it,
here I sit.
yeah.
Here I sit.
I could use some
Here
of
I
that.
sit.
I could use some of that tinfoil to wrap my sandwich.
People keep telling me,
And
Dre, you gotta stop. You gotta stop talking. You gotta stop talking. Something
the
gonna
other
happen.
the other thing that I will say, and I would never wish that on you, by the way. But the
I
other
would
thing,
never wish it upon myself either, but here I sit.
but the other thing that I would say is anyone watching this, if you have a child, a kid who's toddler age, daycare,
Excuses.
grade school, you already know what
Excuses.
it is. But Beauty
Excuses.
Public, what are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you need some extra tinfoil, he's got plenty. Deuces. All right, keeping it rocking.